Hi, and welcome to the Real Women of Philadelphia. I'm Cornelia Hicks, and today we're whipping up a side dish that is absolutely delicious. My black bean soup with Philadelphia cream cheese. And what makes the dish so special is, in fact, the Philadelphia cream cheese. It gives it a rich, creamy texture, softens the color, and when your guests are done, they'll say, that was so good, I gotta have more. Let's go over the recipe. Black bean soup with Philadelphia cream cheese. I use a chopped onion, some scallions, fresh fennel, red peppers, garlic, black beans, and the Philadelphia cream cheese. We'll garnish it with some fresh herbs from my garden, which is rosemary, parsley, chives, and some chipotle. That'll add a little spice. First, let's cut up the onions. While we're chopping the onions, you want to have your black beans, which I've used dry ones, but you can also use canned beans if you're in a hurry and need to save yourself some time. Bring them to a boil with a little bit of salt water in it. And make sure the beans stay covered with the water because you don't want them to dry out. Cook your black beans. While your beans are cooking, you can go ahead and chop up your fresh herbs and vegetables. So we're going to cut up an onion. I've got a fresh one here that I've started working with earlier. And you don't have to be worried about how big are they or how small are they. It doesn't matter. You just want to give it some flavor. So we're going to chop some onion. After we add the chopped onion into the bowl of soup, let's cut up some fennel. And just take a piece off of this. Gives it a really nice flavor. A couple of peppers. Got to have that garlic. It's wonderful. Okay, so we're going to chop up the fennel now. And I really just want to season the soup. I don't want to necessarily change the look of it or the color of it. I just want it to smell good, taste good, not taste like it's bland or anything like that. So these herbs will really help that. We add some fennel to the pot. Cut up a pepper. These peppers are so pretty. And given the fresh herbs and the way they look coming out of the garden, you want to put some of this stuff into a dish for garnishing later. Here are the peppers. Gonna chop my garlic. Love adding garlic to all of my dishes. It's so tasty. And it really goes over well with most people. So a little garlic, a clove or two. In this case, I'm gonna do a clove. And I'm going to chop it into small, little, tiny, bite-sized squares so you wouldn't even know it was there unless I tell you. Okay, we've got that chopped, garlic. And that pretty much takes care of it because we're going to garnish with the rest of it. Okay, I've already added some salt and pepper when I was preparing my beans by letting them soak overnight. You can either soak them overnight or you can boil them first thing in the morning. Or if you're in a pinch, like I said, use a can of beans. It doesn't matter. Okay, so once the soup is done, and I've got a different pot here with the soup that has already been cooked through. Once that's all done, you want to go ahead and add the Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, I'm going to add just a little bit more seasoning here because I like my foods to taste really good when they come to the table. And most guests don't need to add anything because I've added such wonderful seasonings and herbs prior to the dish being served. Okay, so that's all done. Nice and hot. Now, I like to use 2 cups. Or at least a cup for every 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. So here's my first block of cream cheese. And I like to buy mine from Sam's because I can get a great deal. I mean, this is like $6, so affordable, right? And it lasts the family for the whole week. And on top of that, I use it as a staple. So anytime I need to really jazz up a dish, give it a little bit of texture, Philadelphia cream cheese is my answer. And it's easy to prepare. I mean, other than soaking the beans, this can be done in about 10 minutes. So we're mixing up the cream cheese, and I don't know if you can see it here, but it looks pretty big right now. And what's happening is that the cream cheese is breaking down, and the soup is actually almost becoming about a quarter more because of the volume of the cream cheese. So we mix that in, and then we go ahead and let it soft boil for about 2 to 3 minutes just to kind of keep it heated. and to soften up all of the ingredients. All right. Now, like any good cook, I'm going to take a taste test. And since I don't want to put my spoon in twice, you know how it has been with colds and what have you, sometimes the kids want to taste, I just grab an extra spoon. Now, this has a beautiful color. It's coming out lovely. And most people come to the home and they don't even know what it is. They can't, most people say, I can't believe it's just black beans and Philadelphia cream cheese, but that's all it is. Fast and quick, an excellent side dish for any meal, particularly any Latino meal or any meal in which you want to have a hearty starter, because maybe you want to get to the end and have room for dessert. You can start with something hearty and then lighten the dishes as you go. All right, we're almost there. Oh, this looks wonderful. And I'm mixing up the Philadelphia cream cheese. Remember, that's really the base of the soup, not water, the cream cheese. Gives it its smooth, creamy texture. And don't worry, if you didn't get the recipe, you can go online to realwomenoffphiladelphia.com and download it from there. Remember, it's Cornelia's black bean soup with Philadelphia cream cheese. All right, we are just about there. I told you this was going to be a fast meal. You see, that side dish took no time at all to prepare. It looks good. All right, so let me give it the taste. I'm ready to eat it now. Let me put it in a bowl and I'll show you how I'm going to actually present it. There we are. We'll take a little bit of fennel along with the rosemary and herbs that I have here. Here we are. Now, I've got some rosemary, fresh chives. Here we are, some fresh chives, and fennel, and some thyme, okay? Guests love that. And I'm gonna add some chipotle on top for some spice. So this is what this is, fresh chipotle. A little dry, but still fresh. And it's really easy to do. You just kind of break off a piece, garnish the plate, add a couple of pieces of fresh chives on the side. Let's put a little thyme in there for a little flowery look. Okay, and now we can take some of this fennel, just break it up and drop it in the dish. And take a knife, or if you have some kitchen spears, you can do this. Okay, a little bit of chipotle. And there you have it, my black bean soup with Philadelphia cream cheese. For the Real Women of Philadelphia, I'm Cornelia Hicks.